I look at him and I go, he has the baby as a leverage.
Be like, shit, man. Magic. I haven't seen that in so long. It's been forever. And now the whole town's going to know about it. And I'm going to be the one to tell them. It's going to be a fun day tomorrow.
Captain pulls anchor or weighs anchor, I guess is what you call it, and says, fuck it, we're going tonight. We're not sleeping. I'm not spending any more nights.
Oh, nice. I get to tell the town even earlier. This is fantastic. Thank you, Captain Bucket.
While Smee's saying all this, I'm looking at the Templar, gauging his face for any kind of reaction to what Smee's saying.
He's doing his best to keep it stone cold and
Steve Austin.
stoic.
He immediately opens 2 beers and spills the rest of it down his chest.
I'm gonna go over to Largo. Did you find anything at all? Anything useful?
I have something, but I forgot I can't read.
Interesting.
I memorized some of the symbols, and once we get off this boat and get into town, I will etch those symbols onto a sheet of paper or something, and we can try and figure out what they look. What
Joffrey, can you read?
Yeah.
They were not symbols of common, though. They were.
You think they were Elvish?
They were some kind of rune. I do not know.
Rune.
Yes, I do not know which tongue they're from, but they're some sort of rune.
Okay. Well, maybe we could follow the Templar after.
No, I mean in the short term, we got the answer we want. He's if he's using magic and he is a cleric, and he has holy symbols, chances are he is not a Verossi denizen. So
Then shouldn't we tell him about show him the child's mark?
no.
Why not?
Just because he's not an enemy doesn't mean he's a friend, and we need as few people to know that as possible.
Well, he did want to protect Carla, it seemed.
He did. I still think we don't tell. I mean, that's my vote. You can put it to the group.
What do you guys think?
I've been doing way too many Nealiverses to think that all of a sudden Neal grants us this super high level friend. It's just never happened. Neal's not that kind of DM.
That's not meta in the slightest.
If we live long enough, Neal, and I get denizens as a fighter, I'm gonna make you pay for that shit. I'm gonna spend weeks just rallying together an army.
We're gonna have an army of Templars.
I tell Jockey,
Hi, Templars, come as Jackery.
There you go. I just tell Jockey, I don't think we should. That's our biggest secret. We shouldn't use that. Let's just see what the Templar does when we get into town.
All right.
Okay. You guys sail throughout the night and the next day. The weather is favorable the rest of the time. The winds are good. The captain even remarks that how pleasant the weather has been. How favorable the way. It's really good. We've been really lucky on this trip to get such good winds. It's unusual. But you guys make it into port, and he helps you unload the horses and everything. And gives you each a nod and a handshake. So good luck in your life.
Thank you, Captain Bucket.
The Templar throws his bag over his shoulder and walks off. And as he does, because it's unloading everything is a bit of a hassle. He walks by Carla, bends over, whispers something in her ear for a second, maybe a second and a half, and then walks off.
Templar,
please.
your secret is safe with us. I trust that ours is safe with you. Just keeps walking.
Mm-hmm.
I throw my sword into his spine.
Roll to hit.
No. In another life, Neal.
Okay. Carla comes up to you guys a little bit confused when you finish getting off. It says, "You said something to me."
What did he say?
He said if my child was the one, I should take it to Raekwon.
Oh my god.
All right, guys, that does it for RollPlay Solum. This is the last show ever. We're going to be starting a new campaign.
Make one.
Get the wrinkle.
And it rhymes.
Oh god.
For enough money, anything is possible, I guess.
It's a town name, guys. Get over it. It's just a town name. Who cares?
Interesting, Carla. Did you smell whiskey on his breath? Was he drunk as shit? Because he didn't say a damn word to the rest of us.
She shrugged. I don't know if I should even trust him, but
Maybe we should find out more
Oh my
about this
God.
Raekwon city.
look at your chat, JP. I've never seen a chat.
I've never
Yeah,
either.
man.
It's-
I'm freaking out. There's no slow mode.
All those
There's no
donations.
slow mode. Oh my god, that's that city. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
All right. Yeah, we disembarked, Neil. And
Okay.
What town are we in again? I fucking forgot the name. Hold on.
Vinderfell. Vinderfell.
This is the bigger town, right?
This is a larger town. Yes. This place probably has a population a few thousand. You're judging. Probably less than 10,000, but could be 4, could be 5, could be 6. Who knows? It is situated on a peninsula that sticks out with lots of big waters around it. You can see the canyon walls on the other side of the waters, pretty far away from you. Yeah.
Well, let's look into this Raekwon thing. We don't have this giant map that shows us every single city if we input the name. So we should look up a map of some sort.
Yeah, we should ask about it. For sure.
Why did we come here again? My memory is out of a goldfish.
We were trying to get out of the Vorasi area.
There's also a bigger city.
Just a
so
bigger
they're
city,
gonna-
right?
they're gonna
That's
have
all.
more
Didn't have the
information.
specific.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you guys were here because the small towns don't have ships going anywhere. So you were here because this actually has like large ships that travel all over the place.
Oh, okay.
That's my recollection, but
That sounds right.
No.
Okay, I go to Largo and I say, Largo, we have some business to do here in town. Victorian, why don't you and whoever try to figure out where this town of Raekwon is? I've never heard of this before.
Before you guys do your thing, Largo, I need you to write down those symbols for Joffrey so that he can figure out what perhaps is in that book.
Do we have paper or parchment and something to write with?
You can write it down in the sand with this stick.
Nice.
How about we just go purchase some?
Sure, feel free.
I just don't want these falling into the wrong hands. So
I mean, we could just move the sand around afterwards.
Me and Largo are headed towards the market. Regardless, we'll pick up some writing utensils and do our best, and we'll be back.
All right, I'm gonna check Carla into an inn.
Okay.
Just look for the main inn. I just go up to a guy. What's the main inn here?
the main inn.
What's the name an inn? A popular one.
A popular inn. I guess the Fun and Tumble.
The Fun Tumble. All right,
The
we'll
Fun
meet at
and
the Fun.
Tumble.
We'll meet at the Fun
and
Tumble.
The
We'll meet at the Fun Tumble tomorrow morning.
No, it's the Fun and Tumble. He says.
Yeah, the Fun Tumble. We'll see you
Fun
guys tomorrow
and-
morning.
All right, yeah, we'll be there. We'll be at the Fun Tumble.
He
Do you
and
guys-
later.
walks away.
Do you guys have a library?
Yeah, there's a library here.
Oh, sick! I'll go check it out.
Come along,
Are you
Carla.
okay? Are you well?
What?
Are you sick?
Why?
You just said you were sick. What sort of illness do you have?
Oh, it's just an expression I use. I'm not from around here. Come from another city.
Yeah, the strange hair. I get it.
Yeah. Thanks. May you not be sick.
Okay. What do you guys do?
Me and
I
Largo,
take Carla and head towards the
Yeah.
Fun and Tumble.
I go to the library.
and me and Largo go to the marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go with the two people first. JP and Ryan, you find the marketplace. You guys got there early in the day because you sailed at night. And the markets they've been open for like half an hour.
We're looking for. Is there a jeweler in town? We were told that there was.
There are many jewelers in town. Yes.
We go to. Man, they're gonna know what that is. We go to whatever the best looking shop is that is not a jeweler. The most royal looking shop or the most prestigious or
I don't even know how to like acquiesce to that request.
like we're looking for something that looks like it has a lot of money in
Like
it.
a place that rich people would shop, but they don't sell jewels specifically.
There you go. Yeah, that's a better way of saying it.
Okay.
And I don't know what that is. You tell us. You can make up whatever type of shop it is.
Where the fuck do rich people shop back in the day? I think they just had their servants go out and get shit for them. A goldsmith would be the next best thing to a jeweler.
Okay, we'll go to the goldsmith then.
Okay.
Before we
Sure.
walk in, I turn to Largo and say, "We're going with Elias again. All right, Mr. Umver."
Elias Umver, yes.
I'm like, all right, act the part. We
Who are
walk in.
you? Who are you going to be again?
Let's say I'm your. Let's say my name's. Let's just call me Smee. Just call me Smee.
Okay.
I'm not very creative today.
I walk behind Smee with my head held high and my hands out in front of me like this for some reason.
Like what? We didn't see him on camera.
Like this.
Oh, okay. Okay, we walk into the shop, Neal.
Okay. You hear the pounding of hammers and a man with a collar, an iron collar around his neck, which you recognize as a symbol of slavery, sits in front of the counter saying, "How can I help you, sirs?"
He goes, "It's Lord Umver to you. You're in the presence of nobility, slave.
He bows deeply. My apologies, Lord Umver. What
No.
can I get for you?
We are looking to sell some precious... Look, we're one to sell some gems." He says.
This is a goldsmith shop. We do not purchase gems. You typically. Ooh, sorry.
He goes, "Well, these are not the typical gems. Lord Elias Umver of the..." I look back, just like, "Of the Great South wants to sell these gems. To you.
Yes.
And to you only."
1,000 apologies. I shall fetch my master at once.
That would be most awesome. He says.
He turns around, opens the door behind him, and rings a bell, like a small, like, ding, 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 and sets it back down on the other side of the door, shuts the door, and comes back to the counter and says, "He will be with us in a moment, please."
"Thank you. We shall wait here."
A few moments pass, and a big burly man comes out, covered in sweat. His shirt is soaked all the way through. He's got a leather apron on, and he's still carrying a hammer in one hand. You still hear pounding of hammers going on behind him as the door opens. He steps out, shuts the door behind him, and says, "What seems to be the issue here?"
Jesus, good God, man! You would think in the presence of nobility one would clean themselves up.
Who's noble?
You are in the presence of one Lord Elias Umver.
I'd say manners, Smee. They clearly did not mean any harm by what they said.
I like look back at him and wait to see if the blacksmith says anything.
He looks Largo up and down. You're the noble, right?
I am.
Uh-huh. And my aunt is a cat.
Because that must be really awkward at family meetings. We are here to sell you a precious gem from the Great South, where Lord Elias Umver resides.
I've never seen a noble walk into a town with such tattered clothes.
Because you've never seen a noble try to fit in with peasants among town?
Watch it, little one. I'm not a peasant. And if he was trying to fit in with peasants, you wouldn't walk around declaring yourself Lord Umber, whatever.
We are using that
Now,
to
what's your
sell this
business
item.
here?
I put out a gem on the table, and we're looking to get rid of this item. We have plenty more where that came from. and it is yours for the cost.
How
if
much?
You're willing to pay. Does he look like he's like? Is he picking it up and eyeing it, or is
No,
he
no,
just?
he's just looking at it on the table.
I go, well, Lord Elias Umver will sell that to you for the small price of 100 gold.
He reaches out to pick it up.
I say, when Smee says that, I say, I thought we discussed 150 on the way here.
He goes, I don't believe this man would have that type of money.
The guy picks it up, holds it in hand, and looks to his slave and says, "Go fetch Jack." The slave nods, bows, and runs out.
He's got a guy, huh?
Everyone's got a guy.
Neil
he
becomes
turns
like
the
this
jewel over in
super
his hand.
precious guy. Go get Jack Schneider.
This is like Pawn Stars roleplay edition right now going on.
Exactly. Exactly.
A few minutes, and he just kind of like looks at the gem in his hand for a little while, and looks at you guys. 100 gold.
100 gold is a very small price for such a precious gem.
Why are you selling it so cheap?
He goes, we're simply looking to get rid of it and its 3 friends. We need passage further north, and Lord Elias Umver right now is does not have funds, as we cannot carry that much. We've been traveling for quite some time.
Drop the lordship crap. Someone here, I don't give a shit if you pretend to be a noble, but someone else around here will. It will get you killed.
I look at him and I just kind of like cock my head like a dog does when he's confused. And I just wait for him to respond.
Okay.
Listen, are you willing to buy these gems or not?
Maybe. What you say is true.
What
Are
I
you-
say is true.
All right. I'm having my boy Jack come over and take a look at these. Give me a proper appraisal of them. Find out you're lying to me.
Tall Ogren walks in.
I find out you're lying to me. I'm gonna have to bash your head in with this here hammer.
Are you insulting a lord? You can go ask any guard in this town who this is, and they will tell you. I will go. In fact, I'll go get a guard right now.
Get a guard right now. You can keep your lord right here. He's nice and safe in my room.
All right, I walk out of the house.
Okay.
Goodbye, Largo. It was nice knowing you.
You're left in the room with this burly blacksmith who seems kind of cross.
All right, I'm chilling and I'm looking about the place for a quick escape exit.
The front door. He's on the other side of a counter, so you could easily get to the front door before he could get
Also, is there any gold currently being smelted?
not in this room, but you do hear the hammer, the sound of hammers behind him, like in the room behind him. You presume that's where the the goldsmithing is going on.
Okay. All right.
He just kind of stares, looks at you guys for a bit, or looks at you for a little while. Smee, you're outside running around.
No, I'm not. I'm not running at all. I go and find a. I just walk casually to a guard.
Okay, you find one a block away.
I ask him, excuse me, sir, there seems to be trouble going down in the blacksmith shop.
Blacksmith shop.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that building right there. Whoever owns that shop. I point to the building.
The goldsmith?
He goes, yes, the goldsmith. Sorry, I forgot where I was 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, someone's giving Gilder a problem.
Gilders, is he a well-known man?
Yeah, fairly well. I mean, well-respected man of town.
He goes, he seems to be having an issue with one of his customers inside. It was quite loud. I didn't want to cause any trouble, so I simply...
All right, come with me. And he starts walking towards the shop.
Okay, I walk with him.
Okay. You got both of you guys arrive before the slave is back.
Okay, so we're in the shop.
Yeah. He walks in and says, "Hey, Gilder, what seems to be the problem?" And the blacksmith says, "These two here are trying to sell me a gem. That one claims he's a lord, a noble lord. What was your name? Umber?
Umver.
Umver. Lord Umver."
Lord Elias Umver. Of the
Guard
south.
looks at you. Says, "I've never seen a lord with such shoddy clothing. Where the hell have you been?"
I know that guy. I know him. That's Lord Elias of the South. You haven't heard of Lord Elias? Lord Elias Umver? You guys don't get around much, do you?
Mueller says these two came in together. He's his man.
What are you, Goldsmith? You're lying in front of a guard. It's very odd. Why would you lie?
The guard looks at the two of you guys and says, "All right, so what are they trying to hawk to you?" Holds the gem in his hand, like this sucker. All right. The guard says, "Well, I haven't done anything wrong. Can't really tell if this guy's local lord or not, but we could
Of course he's not local. He's from the South.
well, what are your colors, sir? And do you have a sigil with you, an emblem, maybe a signet ring, something that can show that who you are?"
I carry no proof with me. My colors are purple and yellow.
And your sigil?
My colors are black and yellow.
Black and yellow. Of the Khalifa tribe. No, I do not carry a sigil, but
What is it, though? Even if you don't have it on you.
it is a slightly less than intelligent looking bear. A very shoddily drawn one, if you will.
Your sigil is a poorly drawn bear.
Our sigil maker was not the best.
And you didn't just redo it.
We had it,
How
and
far does your family line go?
hundreds, if not thousands of years.
And in the hundreds and thousands of years, you didn't come up with a better bear.
Well, we are very rooted in tradition, and once we had it, we didn't want to change.
And what town are you from, then? If you've been back here for hundreds, if not thousands of years, your family must be well known.
Listen, what is with all of this questioning? Obviously, you believe me, or you don't. I don't have any proof of this.
It's a crime to impersonate a noble.
Well, you cannot prove that I am impersonating anything, and I am not. I certainly am not. I am Lord Elias
I'm trying
Umver
to ask you some
of the
questions. to confirm
South.
the truth. And what town are you from?
I've answered all your questions.
What town are you from?
Method Mania.
Method Mania. Never heard of it.
Yes.
Where
South.
can you put it on a
South
map?
Method.
How far south?
Do you have a map that big?
I don't know. How far south are you from?
Hundreds of miles away from here.
Really?
Yes.
Is that south of the Longbourn Kingdom?
Yes.
I just kind of wait and see what the response is.
Neal, I come walking in a lavish purple fur coat.
You're with Carla.
I am from Bone Thugs and Harmonia. What is all this ruckus?
Oh, God.
All right, so eventually the slave comes back with their guy, Jack, and Jack walks in with the slave and says, "Gilder, what's going on?"
Yeah, Gilder, what's going on?
Gilder just like tosses him the gem.
Hey,
says,
be careful with that gem. That's a lot of fucking gold. What are you doing, Gilder?
"How much is that worth?" Gilder, Jack catches it and pulls out like an eyeglass and says, "I need more light. I'm gonna step outside." Steps outside and starts like examining it. Comes back and is like, "Yeah, it's pretty basic obsidian. It's worth about 10 gold."
Liar.
Excuse me? Hey, turd bucket. I'm a man of my word. If I say this is worth 10 gold, this is worth 10 gold.
And who are you to? Why should we trust your ability to appraise this?
It's what I do. I'm a gem man.
Is there a lesser-known goldsmith in town that perhaps doesn't have as great of knowledge?
You want to see like the person with the most, that the wealthiest people go to, the person with the highest money count. Like you have to be a good businessman in order to have, to be profitable, wealthy. You can dig your own grave here.
Under my breath in Spanish, I say, I can't believe I'm about to say this.
Sí, señor.
I say, hemos terminado aquí. And then just like, what? You know what? You can have that. Bye-bye. I start to walk out.
The guard tries to put a hand on Largo's shoulder, but Largo kind of like ducks underneath it. Largo, I take it you're walking out too?
Yeah, I'll be leaving.
Okay. You duck underneath the guard's hand. He starts walking after you and says, "Hey, I'm not done with you yet."
Lord Umber is done with you.
I don't think so. I think we need to get some proof of your nobility here, because impersonating a noble, it's a major offense. They take your head for that one.
I'll see you at the crossroads.
So he jogs after you and tries to grab hold of your shoulder again.
What is this thuggish, ruggish tactic you're trying to pull on me?
He roughly grabs your shoulder and says, "Well, if you're truly a noble, you would have no problem coming to the town hall with me and, the courthouse and making sure this all gets cleaned up here."
Here's my problem. I have no sigil on me. I have nothing to prove it. Now, in this town, are you innocent until proven guilty?
Never heard that rule before.
Yeah, so why on earth would I go into a trial that I know I can't prove, even though you cannot disprove my nobility?
Well, let's just go see what the higher-ups have to say. I'm just a local foot guy. And
Okay.
he starts pulling you towards a certain direction down the street.
I say, take your hands off me. I'll come with you. And so I start walking with him, and then when
Alright,
we
you
get
make sure he walks behind you. So you're walking in front of him, and he gives you direction, straight ahead, 3 blocks, and go left.
Is he motioning me along with him?
No, he's letting you go.
It's just one guard behind me?
Just
Is
the
what
one.
it is? Okay,
For now.
so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reach into my pack and pull out some water and drink it.
Okay.
And just keep walking with him.
All right. He doesn't stop you or say anything.
Okay. I go to put the water back in my pack, and I stealthily grab some of my cooking flour.
I don't know what cooking flour is supposed to... Oh, you literally have a bag of flour with you, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Then why?
Right.
Why are
Because
you
it,
doing quotes?
well, quotes around cooking.
Okay.
And I hit him in the eyes.
You pocket sand him.
I hit him pocket flour.
Well, we're at our break. Do you want to resolve that now, JP, or after the break?
Are you
Let's
going
do a
to
break.
leave it up to a roll?
Yeah, I was going to leave it up to a roll.
Yeah, we'll do it after the break then. That sounds good. Cool.
All right.
We'll take a 3-minute break and go to the final hour here of RollPlay Solum week number 9. We'll see you guys after that. Thank you all for watching. We'll be right back.
Bye.